Hello and welcome to Sim Radio here on the Sisters in Music Network. It's Monday Music Madness and you're tuned into Mixing It with Nicki Kris. This is Nicki, and in case you don't know anything about me, I am a singer-songwriter from Raleigh, North Carolina. My show celebrates women in the music and entertainment industry, providing an avenue for them to showcase their talent. Our motto, Sisters in Music, together we are stronger. My guests today are a powerhouse duo in the making. Singly and in harmony, they channel the optimism of youth, sprinkle in the spice of early insight into life lessons, supercharge it with a jolt of pop and the sass of country. Trust me, y'all are going to love them. I'm very excited to have them join me on the show today. So please welcome sisters Kelly and Kayla Yitzwig, a.k.a. Wildfire. Ladies, welcome to the show. How are you doing?
Hi, Nicki. It's so great to be on. We're super excited to be here today.
Well, I'm super excited to have you. I've been checking out your music and checking out your socials, and you two ladies are definitely an up-and-coming powerhouse duo. I've been enjoying all of the wonderful music that I've been hearing from you. Can you give us a brief history of your background and what led you to forming your duo?
Yeah, so we're actually, like you said, sisters. We're real sisters from Houston, Texas. We've been doing this since we've been very, very young. We started out in musical theater and dance and eventually formed our duo back in 2016. So we've been doing this now for about 5, upcoming on 6 years. It's crazy to think, but it's been such an amazing time. We've recorded tons of music and released it, wrote with a lot of really cool people, performed a lot of cool places. So we love doing it, and we're just super excited to be sharing it on the show today.
Excellent. And how old were you guys when you started writing songs, and what has helped you progress in songwriting over the years?
Yeah, so when we started writing songs, I can remember hearing Justin Bieber's Baby when I was like 8 years old and like trying to replicate that song, oddly. And I think I still have the paper that I wrote on. And that was kind of like my first time expressing myself in that way. And we started out in musical theater and dance, so we've always been in the arts. And I think that songwriting is just, you know, it doesn't come naturally to everyone because it's something you have to practice at. And of course, that takes a lot of time and effort, but it's a great way that we find to express ourselves, and we really enjoy writing songs.
And could you tell us some of the songwriters and producers that you have worked with?
Yeah, so in the earlier days, we worked with Shane Stevens, Nash Overstreet, Austin Moorhead, and lots of other super cool people Bonnie Baker, that we really just enjoy working with.
Excellent. Nash Overstreet. That name sounds really familiar to me. I'm going to have to look that one up.
Yeah, his brother Cord, the Overstreets are like a very musical family, and his brother was like, made this song called Hold On. It's like, hold on, I still, So that song was like very popular. You know, his dad has been in the songwriting industry their entire lives. His sister also sings. So they're a very talented family, and he was a pleasure to work with.
Yeah, and I believe his brother was on Glee as well.
That's it. I knew it. Because I'm just sitting there going, wait a minute, wasn't there an Overstreet on Glee?
Yeah.
So, okay.
I believe it was Cord.
All right. Yep. Excellent. So one of the things that I do ask all of my songwriters is, do you have any songwriting tips or tricks that you would like to share with our listeners?
Yeah, I think that, you know, as we grow up and, like, obviously we're going through the most crucial years of our lives, like age 16 to 21 is just where all the growth happens, all the healing and everything of the sorts. And so I think just being authentic in what you're going through and being vulnerable, like, I think I had a difficult time for a long time releasing, like, all of my personal feelings, my personal situations to the world for them to guess, like, who it's about, what happened, you know what I mean? But I think over time, like, you go through these wonderful experiences and these hard experiences and you just write about them, and that's what truly creates the best song is authenticity.
I completely agree, and that's a wonderful, wonderful tip. And I'm like you as well. I also had a very hard time releasing those inner thoughts because you worry about what people are going to think or how they're going to react. So it's definitely a songwriting challenge, but I certainly agree that it does make for a very authentic song. So excellent advice. Excellent advice. So this is a great time for us to share one of the songs. Could you tell us about What If We Never Met?
Yeah, so What If We Never Met is actually a song about certain individual in our lives that we kind of, like alluding to the title, we wish that we never met this person, or that we could start over, or that we could do it again in some way and just change things. And I think that every person and every experience does teach you a lesson, but, you know, it is important to go through those things because it really does grow you as a person. And as much as the title, we're saying that we wish we never would have met this person, but it really did teach us a lesson, and I think that kind of comes through in the song.
Excellent. Well, we're going to play it. So here it is. This is What If We Never Met by Wildfire.
What if we never met? What if you never lit that cigarette at that party last July? You were drunk and I gave you a ride home. I didn't know just how far it all would go. Love is so beautiful till it leaves you all alone. Oh, darling, if I could do it over, I wouldn't do it at all. My heart's set on a roller coaster, and I'm too over the fall. We've made mistakes, let's just say it's nobody's fault. But darling, if I could do it over, I wouldn't do it at all. I wouldn't do it at all. I wouldn't do it at all. What if you never said the kind of words you can't take back again? And what if I never tried fixing issues that were never mine? So it got old, still I didn't let you go. Love is so powerful, spinning out of my control. Oh, darling, if I could do it over, I wouldn't do it at all. My heart's set on a roller coaster, and I'm too over the fall. We've made mistakes, let's just say it's nobody's fault. But darling, if I could do it over, I wouldn't do it at all. I wouldn't do it at all. Take your shit back, I don't need it, like I don't need you. It reminds me of that evening I wish I could undo. Oh, darling, if I could do it over, I wouldn't do it at all. My heart's set on a roller coaster, and I'm so
I really like the lyrics because this is one of the reasons why I ask people to tell me what the song is about. Because when I actually was listening to it, I was totally off in what actually the song was about. So very well done with the lyrics, because it does allow the listener to interpret the song in various different ways. So nice job there. So I'd like to know, who are some of your musical influences, because you do have a very unique pop country blend. So who are some of the musical influences that inspire you to create?
Yeah, so I think early on, a lot of, obviously when we were kids, like Hannah Montana, Miley Cyrus, same person, but and Taylor Swift has been, ever since we were 5 years old. She released her first self-titled album when I was born in 2005. So she's been there the entire time, grown up, still releasing music, and she's an incredible songwriter. Also, Sasha Sloan and Olivia O'Brien is one of our favorites as well, and SZA is one of my absolute favorite artists in the world. So I think those are a couple of my main influences, because the more diverse music you listen to, I listen to all types, the more diverse your songs can be and your writing can be.
Yes. And what about your sister?
I would say for me, Taylor Swift has been the ultimate inspiration. I also really, really love Casey Musgraves. I love her twist on kind of the pop country. And then, of course, Maren Morris, Kelsey Ballerini. I, as well, love Olivia O'Brien. I think she's an amazing artist. And, she really has that kind of rhythm and phrasing that I think we kind of like to implement into our writing as well. So she's definitely a big inspiration in that area.
That's not a name I'm familiar with, so I'm actually going to check her out after the show. I know a lot of the younger artists that we have on tend to like Olivia Rodrigo. So the O'Brien is throwing me a little bit.
Writer as well.
Yep. I listen to her music. I definitely enjoy her compositions as well. Because I unfortunately, as a songwriter myself, and I don't know if you guys do this too, but when I listen to other songs, I almost start dissecting them rather than actually enjoying the music. Like, oh yeah, that's a really cool lyric line. So I do these.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not alone. It's not just me.
No, definitely not. I really, really appreciate people's craft in their lyrics, and I know to like come up with that is just an amazing thing. That's one of the reasons that I'm just so amazed and in awe of like Taylor Swift's recent like Evermore album and Folklore. I just think they're really, really well crafted songs lyrically and obviously melodically too. But she's amazing. Always has been.
Yes. I think she is an amazing storyteller. I agree with that wholeheartedly. So I know that you alluded to earlier that you've done a lot of live performances. Do you have a favorite venue that you performed at, and why is it your favorite venue?
I would say that our favorite venue to perform at is 100% the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. We do it every year. We didn't have it this past year because of the pandemic, but it is just so much fun. We have 2 dates secured for this year, possibly 3. So we cannot wait. It's like a huge thing in Houston. 2 million people come through every year, and it's just the best time. So we love it.
Awesome. That sounds like a ton of fun. So I'm excited that they have gotten you back on the schedule. I know things are just starting to open up all over the place, and live music is coming back. So that's fantastic. Happy to hear that you guys have those shows on deck. And I know that your fans are very, very important to you. So what do they mean to you, and how do you stay engaged with them?
Yeah, our fans obviously mean so much to us. We stay engaged with them a lot, especially during the pandemic times. And, even recently we do tons of Facebook live streams, Instagram live streams, and, we'll play like songs that they request. We'll talk to them, answer questions so they can just really get to know us on that deeper level. And it's just such a great time. We always really enjoy it. And then I just think, to us, they just mean, like, without them, we obviously wouldn't be able to do what we're doing. So we appreciate every single, any way that they can support us through listening to our songs or buying merch or just coming to our shows, anything. We're just so, so grateful.
Wonderful. And that is a perfect place to take a short break here for a word from one of our partners in podcasting. This is Chatting with Nat. We will be right back with Mixing It with Nicki Kris on Sim Radio.
Chatting with Nat is a podcast for independent women seeking to speak their truth and to break down barriers. We host honest conversations that help to guide and empower women. Speak your truth and set yourself free. Let your voice be heard.
And we're back on Mixing It with Nicki Kris on the Sim Radio Network. And my guests, Wildfire, a.k.a. Kelly and Kayla Yitzwig. Before we get to the second song that you brought to share, how has your sound shifted over the years?
So we started off doing really kind of like country rock almost, like maybe even like a hint of southern rock. And we have switched, to fully country pop. And we actually do have a big sound change that's going to be coming up in the new year that we're really excited to introduce. And it's something we've never done. It's completely different. So we cannot wait to share that with everybody who does listen to our music and follow us and everything. But I just think as we've grown up, our style has changed, our songwriting has changed, and I think that's a beautiful thing. We are so young, so I think we'll continue to evolve and change, and that's a great thing.
It is a great thing, and you've intrigued me now with saying that you're changing your sound in the new year, so we'll definitely have to keep an eye out for that. I'm excited to hear the changes.
Yeah.
And looking forward to. Do you have new music coming out then?
Yes, a lot. We sure do.
Excellent. So something for everyone to look forward to. If you could collaborate with anyone, who would it be?
A dream collaboration, it would be Taylor Swift, like 100%, or Olivia O'Brien. I think that both of them, we could do something cool with either of them.
Awesome. So that's a great tee up to the next song that we're going to share. So could you tell us a little bit about Look Back Anymore with Highland Sanctuary?
Yeah, so Highland Sanctuary, Simeon is his name, he actually reached out to us and wanted to do a collab, and we were like, of course, yeah, we love collaborating with other artists. So at first it just started off as writing a song, but then we did love the song so much, and he had asked us if we wanted to sing on it, and we were like, of course, and that is how the whole thing came about. And as far as like lyrically what it's about, it kind of came from a place of his idea. He's a little bit older than us, so I think he's at a point in his life where he wants to live in the moment, and I think this is important for everyone, like us as well, and not so much like focus on the past and focus on past mistakes and everything like that. More so just live in the moment, because that's what life is really about.
Excellent. I love the philosophy, and actually really, 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 really love this song, so I'm excited to share it with everybody. This is Look Back Anymore by Highland Sanctuary and Wildfire.
I used to think it was stupid, making friends and taking time for the little things. Now I'm moving on and I hate it. Took advantage of the memories, the late nights on 6th Street. And as I'm getting older, I feel like I need closure, but I have to move on.
If I could turn back time, I wouldn't change a single thing, 'cause all that I went through just simply made me who I am. All the memories in my look back anymore. No, I won't look back anymore. I used to think it's a waste of time, trusting everybody, but nobody by my side. But I learned to live, to love and cry, and how to keep a heart warm at night.
As I'm getting older, I feel like I need closure, but I have to move on.
If I could turn back time, I wouldn't change a single thing, 'cause all that I went through just simply made me who I am. All the memories in my mind remind me where I'm coming from. So I won't look back anymore. No, I won't look back anymore.
As I'm getting older, I feel like I need closure. I feel like I need closure. As I'm getting older, I feel like I need closure, but I have to move on.
If I could turn back time, I wouldn't change a single thing, 'cause all that I went through just simply made me who I am. All the memories in my mind remind me where I'm coming from. So I won't look back anymore. No, I won't look back anymore. If I could turn back time, I wouldn't change a single thing, 'cause all that I went through just simply made me who I am. All the memories in my mind remind me where I'm coming from. So I won't look back anymore. No, I won't look back anymore.
Love it. Y'all's voices actually blend really good together, which is nice. I like it. Like it. Excellent. Goals. Next 5 to 10 years. That's like a big stretch goal. Most people don't plan that far ahead, but where do you guys see yourselves?
I see us being an opener on a tour, possibly doing our own tour, releasing music. And then me and Kelly also have some personal endeavors ourselves that we love to do. I love to post fitness content on TikTok and Instagram. So I do see that kind of evolving. Maybe we love gym clothing and that kind of stuff, so we may do the angle that Carrie Underwood took with her fitness brand and everything. So I see a lot of really, really fun things in the future. We'll definitely probably move out of Texas here pretty soon. Kelly's finishing up high school and I'm in college, so we'll see. But I'm so excited for the future.
Excellent. I was going to ask that because I think you're right around 18.
Yes.
If I'm gauging. No, you're right around 18, and Kelly is how old?
She's 16. She'll be 17 next month. So.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to date myself. I have 2 sons that are the same age. So I know it's you're at that age where the world is your oyster, so to speak. So very excited to hear that. Yes, definitely. And very excited to hear that you have, other things that you're interested in, though I certainly do see a bright future for both of you in the music realm, definitely, because at your age, your songwriting is superb. Your vocal ability is superb. I mean, it's just the musicianship of what you're creating now at your current ages. I can only imagine that it's just going to be, even that much better as you continue to grow and mature. So hats off to the 2 of you and whoever you're working with, because they certainly have done an excellent job. But it's good to hear about the fitness posting and things like that. And yes, I am a Carrie Underwood fitness clothing fan. I actually have some of her items. So that's definitely a good way to go too. So sounds like you guys are going to be busy the next 5 to 10 years.
Yes, we love staying busy. That's like definitely we're those type of people.
Excellent. So what's coming down the pipe? We talked about new music coming out. Can you give us a time frame on the new music? We talked about a couple of shows that you have on deck. What's the time frame for those shows as well?
Yeah, so we have new music coming out in the new year. We have an exciting collaboration coming out, and then post that collaboration, we will be having like a complete sound change. It'll be super exciting. So that'll be like early. The collab is planned to come out like early next year, and then probably like mid next year is when we'll really start evolving and changing. It's going to be exciting.
Excellent. And when are your shows at the Houston livestock event that we talked about?
Yeah, the rodeo. So that will be in March.
Okay.
So that'll be
perfect.
Super exciting.
And before we sign off, where can everybody find you on social media? What's your website so they can stay up to date of the new music and shows that you may have? Tell everybody where they can find you.
Yeah, so our social media is all at Wildfire Sings. And then our website is www.wildfiresings.com. So definitely check us out. We are posting all the time on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, everywhere. So make sure to check us out there, and we'd love to get in contact with you.
Excellent. Well, ladies, thank you so much for taking the time out to chat with me today. We have had Kayla and Kelly Yitzlig, a.k.a. Wildfire, on our show. Very excited that you were able to meet with us. It really has been a pleasure. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in for Mixing It. On behalf of all of us at Sim Radio, this is Nicki Kris. Keep on mixing it.
Front Range Radio, playing a variety of indie music, a 24/7 music festival for your ears. You can find Front Range Radio at frontrangeradio.net.